Hi, my name is Christian Matthew. I am going to discuss something very familiar with you: conflicts, marital conflicts. Why do couples conflict? Why do they have misunderstanding? People that have said, yes, I do, and until death do us part. Why is it that suddenly they turn to be enemies and people come to settle whatever grievances they are having, and this continue. It continue and on and on and on until possibly they want to say, I have nothing to do with you again. Why do people have such conflict, marital conflict? Why do you think if you're married, you have conflict in your relationship? I've read quite a number of literature. Some say finance, some say job. When you are having house station to work, that could cause conflict. Some say it is stubbornness. My partner is so stubborn. Some equally say, well, it is my in-law. And sometimes it might be the church he attends. This is what they have said about us. Some people will say it is prophecy. I have learned early in my ministry to differentiate between facts and reasons. To differentiate between facts and reasons. Do you know that I might choose not to take a particular meal, and I could give you medical fact, but that may not be the reason. The real reason behind my decision might only be known to me. So, all things people have said, all excuses, all that and that, might not be reasons behind conflict. But they are facts. Those things are there. I am trying to avoid some terminologies as a psychologist. I'm not going to use so many terminologies and all that. I remember in the early, I think I was in primary school, when my teacher came to class and brought food items, bread, beans, rice, yam, potatoes. Did I mention rice and beans? You remember those days? We had rice and beans twice in a year: Easter period and Christmas period. The teacher brought all this, and he was trying to teach us collective noun. Somebody will say, yes, this is rice and it is rice. He said, I want you to use a particular word that connects all of them together. Naive as we were, we began mentioning, it is yam. And now we say, it is rice. No, it is bread. That's exactly what we do. When we want to classify causes of family conflict, several books establish so many facts. They are just facts. They are not reasons. And the teacher will say, it is food. It is not this word is rice. Okay, rice, do you eat rice? Yes, it is edible, then it is food. And we discover that everything put on the table was food. Why do we engage in conflict? I am likely going to tell you that it is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding of what your spouse is saying and what your spouse is going through and what you are going through. I'm going to clarify what I have meant. Misunderstanding. Do you know that your wife, your husband, you always get angry with for behaving certain way? I'm saying that your wife actually or your husband could have done something contrary to your own norms. It is a fact. But you know why he or she does that? I mean, you were brought up in a good environment. Your partner could possibly had grown in an environment that was hostile to him or her. Now I'm talking about the approach to settle family misunderstanding. I am considering this from the biopsychosocial approach, from biology approach, from psychology approach, and from social approach. Oftentimes, we only concentrate on one aspect and we pathologize. We label that person. That person is behaving that way. No, that I am not saying your wife does not cheat on you or your husband does not cheat on you. I'm not saying your wife or your husband is not aggressive. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that why don't you consider the background, the foundation? The foundation. There are so many parents that never knew the havoc they are causing for their children. When the father is about to impregnate his wife, he's into drugs. He smokes bangs, marijuana. He drinks excessively. He takes drugs. Apparently, all these will affect the baby when he sleeps with his wife because his sperm is affected. And you can explain how that will affect this child when born. Or is it a child that was malnourished? Is it a child that was not taken care of properly? Is it a sick child? You can consider all that. The Bible says all that the Lord has made is perfect. Everything on it is perfect. But this father or the mother, you smoke like anything when you are pregnant. You drink like anything when you are pregnant. You hate injurious in something that was very injurious to your system. It will affect your baby. I'm still talking about biological. Or how can you consider this young man that was on boda or bike or kada? On the back of his mother? And this careless rider had accident and this child hit his head on something. You take him to the dispensary or anywhere and they say your child is okay and he's okay, but something has happened to that child. Something has happened to your child. You just Google and see what is in the brain. You'll be so shocked. You don't want to give a knock on your child's head any longer. I mean, many people can testify if they had been the victim of accident, whatever that happened to them. Some might have face blindness. Face blindness. Some cognitive is distorted. You know what they call prosopagnosia? Prosopagnosia. It's a neurological disorder. Peradventure, your wife or your husband will not recognize you, recognize direction. And you know, say he or she's pretending. He or she's not pretending. Maybe that person has prosopagnosia. It's face blindness. You say, well, anytime he sees my people, he will pretend as if he doesn't know them. No, it's not a pretense. It could be biological. It could even be as a result of certain ailments your partner is having. If your partner is sick, he can misbehave. The Bible says sometimes, see, oppression makes a wise man foolish. What your partner is going through, certain ailment. If your partner is treating some serious diseases, either he knows or he does not know. If he's afflicted in any way, he or she will misbehave. Sometimes maybe the effect of medicine. Last week I went to see a doctor, and I explained to him, you see, as a student I sit down 8 hours, 10 hours to study. And I told him, say, oh, see, this what you presented now, you might be having back pain. I say I don't have back pain. How I sort my back pain, I pull my mattress on the floor, and I'm enjoying myself. So he gave me a particular medicine. I should use it for 10 days. I am so grateful to God that it finished yesterday. The first day I noticed that I became drowsy, sleepy. And as a therapist, you know, we did some psychopathology. I can tell the drug by the name. And besides, I'm a linguist. I know linguistics, my first and second degree linguistics. Before I went to another department, communication and adult education for my master's, we have started my PhD. Now, I can tell you the etymology, I can tell you. So when I read the drug, there's nothing that look what I suspected. I was feeling drowsy, I was feeling sleepy. A student that is sleepy around, will he be able to read again? I said, did this doctor give me antidepressant? An antidepressant, you know what? It does exactly that. So I went to Google and I was so shocked. The side effect. All the things I say I experienced are part of the side effect, but one of them shocked me. This medication could aid suicidal ideation. Suicidal ideation. It will plunge you as if you should go and commit suicide. You should go and commit medication. So possibly your partner is behaving certain way. It could be as a result of the medicine. Authentic, legitimate, unadulterated medicine given to him by a physician to treat a particular ailment. It could be. Now, can it not be? Can it not be personality issue? It could be. Majority of cases I attend to in the recent past are nothing but the issue of borderline personality disorder. Borderline. You complain that your partner is dangerous, is aggressive, is suicidal, and you don't know what caused it. Sometimes you say, my wife dresses excessively. She will put this color here, palm, another one, palm here, and the head, and it looks grotesque. And we'll come back, sometimes we will wear some dresses that will expose everything around our body. Now say, no, married people shouldn't dress like that. No, that is how I want to dress. And sometimes we change that. You see? And sometimes she will allege that you want to leave me. You want to leave me. Why? You are abandoning me. What are you talking about? Or sometimes you allege your husband as controlling. Hello? Where are you? What are you doing now? Huh, but you told me you're coming back in the next 10 minutes. Now it is 30 minutes. What happened? Say, oh, honey, sorry. That was a traffic. So, wait, traffic is that? And you think it is controlling. It's not controlling. It is borderline personality disorder. Yes, those are the symptoms. He's feeling that you want to abandon him, you want to run away from him. There's some desperate, dangerous spirit that person can involve him. Can jump from one bed to the other, can just begin to misbehave. Borderline personality disorder. Do you bother about that? Sometimes maybe some mental disorder that is causing your spouse to behave like that. How did you grow? You grew well. You had fantastic education. You were never traumatized. You never had any toxic stress in your life. And this person is quite different. It could be. Did you find out the source? And I pity several husbands. Husbands, I am also a husband. You see, your wife might be coming from a toxic relationship. I mean, with her parents, with her siblings. Might be coming from a dysfunctional family, where she has witnessed her father beat her mother many times. And she already made up her mind that no man will ever do this to me. And each time she sees you in the eye of her father. And whatever she could not do to defend her mother in the hand of her father, she will practice here with you. You don't wonder, is this woman having some mental health issue? She's not. I experience her narrative. You have a different narrative from hers, but you didn't find out. Shouldn't you find out? You should find out. There are so many things. Sometimes might be the societal influence. It could be what is the norms in the office. You want to find out. You don't always say that it is your partner that want to behave that way. No, it might not be. That is why I said it is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. When will you understand your partner? When will you sit down? You see, this premarital counsel is very important. Would you find out? There's certain things, for instance, you want to know about the genotype, you want to know about so many things about your partner, whether he or she had depression in the past, or it is in the lineage, and what. If you find that, they'll be able to take care of that person. It's as good as somebody that has the hypertension run in the family. You can marry him, you can marry her. But you want to be very careful the kind of food you give, you provide at home. You want to be very careful the stress and all that. So, and my worry is if your partner is having such presentation, and instead of you to give him or her some peace of mind and to be able to rest and sleep, you keep disturbing him or disturbing her, and you are aggravating this. Sometimes it could be when you are having some borderline personality disorder, right? This branch of CBT that can be very, very effective by dialectical behavioral therapy. You want to do a lot of psychoeducation, and your partner will be okay. But it's like the Bible says, to as many of them that call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. The Bible says, how can they call on whom they never knew? Now, how can the person get there except he is sent? And the Bible says, how beautiful on the mountain are the feet of he that bring good news. Hello? I am saying that you may not be able to attend to your partner if you don't understand the basis behind his or her behavior. And pastors, hey pastors, I am also a pastor. Please, do not just say everything that is wrong with that person is spiritual. It's not spiritual alone. Why don't you consider? Why don't you present this man? Why don't you give this person? Why don't you refer to a qualified, a professional counselor? I don't know. I mean, I've had quite a number of fantastic relationships with some pastors. Sometimes ago, a particular lady presented seizure, and the church thought that it was demonic manifestation, and they cast out demons. By the time they were done with demons and all that, and they were so sure that we had prayed, we have the anointing of God. The woman still presented seizure, and she was referred to counseling. And what was it? Hey, how do you do it? During your assessment, a professional counselor will ask you so many questions that will lead him or her to whatever the cause of the problem. But at the end of the day, we got to know this person is having seizure. It's a mental disorder. And okay, what do you do every day? What can you do? And the Lord just helped us. And the woman needed to sleep, to rest well, to change her diet and all that, and things happen. But when you don't give your wife rest of mind, or you don't give your husband rest of mind, you know what you will do? Because he or she cannot sleep, and sleep is essential. In fact, if you can sleep well and you take enough water, you take enough fruit, and you have self-esteem, high self-esteem, there is no anxiety in you, look, 50% of your problem will have been gone. But the husband will not give you peace, the wife will not give you peace, you won't sleep, you are anxious, then this will affect your competition. Why do we have conflict? Misunderstanding of the past of our spouses. We just complain. Why do we have conflict? We might be selfish. Why do we have conflict? We are not patient enough to understand our partners and our spouses and their narrative, where they are coming from, what they have gone through, and all that. You complain your wife does not allow you to sleep without certain time. Do you know whether she has been a victim of rape? Do you know what we call PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder? Anytime she sees anybody, a man figure, she possibly might think about what happened, and she's going to relive the experience. Do you know experience of being raped? There can never be a smoke without a fire. Let's try to think. Let us try to understand with our partners. It is not money. Did you hear me? It is not money. It is understanding about it. It's not because you lost job or somebody lost job. No. I have seen quite a number of people who do not have money and yet they enjoy each other and the family is fantastic. It is not about money. It is not about education. You can have education and yet you may not have a good home. There are several people who never got education, yet they maintain their homes. Hello? It is not about transfer. There are some people that were transferred whose relationship were strengthened. It's not because of that. Something is happening. Now, I will say this. I've read on the pages of newspapers and I have followed up that some ladies in the prison now, because their husbands or their fiancés were cheating on them, and either some of them they stabbed their husbands and the husband died. You think, because the husband cheat them, that's why they were hungry? No. There are several people. I know that different temperament, but there are several options. She could have chosen to walk out. It's okay. If this man is cheating on me, he no longer wants me. I can walk out. There can be some other options. I can report him to his brother, his father. Okay, I can give him some deadline. If you don't change, I'm going to change. There are so many options. Safe options. It's not the kind of option that will put you in trouble. Something is happening somewhere. It's not just about feeling. It's not just about, no. Something happens somewhere. And somebody says, yes, it's just because that man cheated or her. It's not that several. Something. It is something that is behind something. I attended to a particular client sometimes ago, and of course she presented depressive symptoms. And I asked, I wanted to find out in my assessment whether they have it in the gene. So I was trying to explore my genogram. And I asked, all right, how is your relationship with your siblings? She told me. Your relationship with your father? She told me. With your mother? She told me. Relationship between your father and your mother? She told me. Oh. Apparently, it is genetic. This lady presented depressive symptoms. The father was misunderstood. In fact, she told me her father was stubborn. They thought it was stubbornness. In fact, the mother told her, your father was cursed by his parent because of his stubbornness. And please, can I see your father now? I said, no, he's on the street. It is depression. And you expose this man that had depression to go on the street. See, the last time I saw him, he did not even cut his beard. He did not change his clothes. No, do not misunderstand. It's as good as saying somebody who is having cough to control it. It's reflexive. Somebody sneezing or having hiccup to control. How on earth will he or she control it? It is reflexive. Whatever behavior you see in your wife or your husband has a root. Excuse me, if I say that fire is burning on the sea, you don't argue. You just say, hey, Christian, can you show me the ashes? If a hunter had ventured into deep forest, he could tell you how he had found a squirrel with hunchback. Yes. Knock-kneed Potter carried his wear on his head one day, and somebody asked him, sir, your luggage is bent. The man said, hey, you're not talking about the consequences, you are not talking about the background. My legs, I'm a knock-kneed person. Hey? The background is what I think we should consider. I tried to put up a book. I titled it A Hopeful Approach to Toxic and Irreconcilable Differences in Marital Relationship. Don't look for that book anywhere yet. And don't ask me why I've not uploaded it. It has both audio and digital. It is self-healing, self-treatment book that will open the eye of the reader to find out, to navigate, to explore why their partners behave the way they behave. I am not saying society has nothing to do with whatever problems or presenting problems your wife or your husband goes about. I'm not saying society does not have any impact. But remember, I mentioned personality disorder. I mentioned mental disorder. I also mentioned biology. Social might be there. I'm not removing that. But find out the source of the wind in your house that is blowing your paper. If it is the window, close the window before you can pick the piece of paper. If it is fan, switch off your fan before you can pick the piece of paper. But if you begin to pick piece of paper around, you will do that for a long time. We call it symptomatic treatment. And pastor, sir, please, the symptomatic treatment will no longer help these guys. You have settled this matter several times. Why don't you refer them to professional counselors? They'll be able to handle it. I know you are spiritual and I believe so much. Since you have prayed and you have settled this matter several times and possibly you are trying to avoid them, now, please refer them to professional counselors. And hey, you have miscarriages and your pastor said that it is, or your prophet said that it is your wife that donated all the children in the spirit realm, or that your husband has donated the unborn children so that you can have money. Please come for therapy. Your counselor will ask you to go and do some test, blood test. Are you compatible to marry each other? Huh? Are you compatible? If you are not compatible, they will tell you. That is why several people have miscarriages. If you have hepatitis B, it is not your wife that killed you. You have hepatitis B already. Your wife will have been told when you go around for the test. There's things you can prove scientifically. Please, stop labeling. You are not evil. Brother, you are not evil. Sister, you are not evil. If you have an in-law that is always against you, she is not evil, he is not evil. Something is happening somewhere. Find out. A hopeful approach to toxic and irreconcilable differences in marital relationship. Watch out for the book. But before then, please look inward. Your spouse is not evil. Something makes him or her to behave that way. It could be a narrative. It could even be the worldview. It could be biological. It could be psychological. And it could be normal social things. Huh? What she sees, what he sees, the job hazards, what is involved in the society. It could be. Hi, Christian Martin just told you this. Please look at what.